Good morning. I'm Eliza Klebeck with Andersen Corporation. Thank you for joining us for our groundbreaking event. That's okay. To kick off our program this morning, I'd like to introduce Andersen's President and CEO, Jay Lund.
Well, good morning, everyone. I told Eliza, I said, I am not taking my coat off until the very last minute. It's just a little chilly in Arizona this morning, but welcome to all of you. And thank you so much for being here with us this morning for what I can tell you is a very, very special day for the Andersen Corporation and really an important milestone in the history of our company. And we have a wonderful gathering this morning with all kinds of different representatives. Many Andersen employees are here this morning, several of which have been working on this project almost from the very beginning. We have a number of our longtime and very important suppliers with us this morning. We have our development partners from Opus with us this morning, and we're very excited about working with the Opus team on this project, members of the media, and other important dignitaries, including representatives from the city of Goodyear, as well as those from the state of Arizona. And we couldn't be more excited to be able to share this day with all of you. We also have several folks, by the way, who have traveled long distances to be with us this morning, including a large delegation from our home state of Minnesota. And it's something about Arizona in January that is a real draw for that Minnesota crowd. So regardless of your motivations, we're happy to have you here this morning. There were also, I think, several hundred other Andersen employees who asked to be invited that we had to politely decline. But seriously, it's great to have you here as we break ground on this new manufacturing campus for Andersen. And I will tell you, this is probably one of the most ambitious expansion efforts we have ever taken on in the history of our company, and one that fulfills a long-time vision for our company of building a much stronger presence here in the Western United States. So it's the realization, quite frankly, of years of hard work of building up our share in these important Western markets. Now, I know many of you aren't as familiar with Andersen, and I thought one of the things I would do this morning is just share a little more background about our company. Andersen is in the window and patio door business. We are widely recognized as the premier window and door manufacturer in the United States. This past year, we celebrated our 115th anniversary as a company. We were founded in 1903 by a Danish immigrant by the name of Hans Andersen on the banks of the St. Croix River, which divides Minnesota and Wisconsin, and we were founded as a small local lumber company. And over the years, through vertical integration and all kinds of innovation, that small little lumber company grew into one of the world's largest window and door manufacturers and the largest of our kind in the wood-clad and composite segments of the market. So it's a wonderful story. I will tell you, to this day, we are still privately held. We have three major ownership groups in the company. The Andersen family is still a major shareholder of our company into their fourth, fifth, and sixth generations now. A foundation was set up generations ago to pursue the family and the company's philanthropic interests, also a major owner in the company. And the employees of Andersen are the third major ownership group through a variety of vehicles, including an employee stock ownership trust. And we actually believe that unique ownership structures is one of the things that has allowed us to be a leader in the industry now for over a century. And it's that commitment to the long-term prosperity of the company and all of its stakeholders that continues to guide us to this day. I would tell you, as a company, we were founded on three basic guiding principles. Hire the very best people, provide a product and service that's viewed as different and better by our customers, and run a business where everyone who associates with our company benefits from the experience. Those were values established by our founding fathers, and they're values that we live by today, and it's that spirit of partnership and that all-together philosophy that continues to guide us forward. And in recent years, I tell you, we have gone through a period of sustained and very strong growth as a company. Growth in our sales, growth in our profitability, most importantly, growth in market share. And we've done that with major investments in innovation all across the company. One of those happening to be the development of a proprietary composite material technology that we call Fibrex. And we utilize Fibrex today across a broad swath of our product portfolio. But there are two key areas of our business that we've really invested in this Fibrex technology as a platform for our products. One of which is Renewal by Andersen, and many of you are familiar with Renewal. Renewal has grown to actually have a very strong presence here in the greater Phoenix market. It's a business we conceived of about 20 years ago. It has grown into the largest of its kind as a full-service sell, furnish, and install window replacement company. It's a business where we're both a manufacturer as well as we have a strong retail presence in the market with our own company retail operations along with a group of dedicated affiliates. And the other business we call the Andersen 100 series. It's a product we designed for the mass market and to bring the mass market a different and better alternative, both in the residential and commercial space. Our partners from Opus actually are one of our very large commercial customers, and we very much appreciate their support and their business. And I share that with you because this site, these plants, this campus are all about supporting the expansion of those two products. Starting with a plant that will manufacture our 100 series product, and then the vision is to have a second plant that will support the ongoing growth of the Renewal by Andersen business. So it's an exciting time at Andersen, and most importantly, I just want to tell you that we could not be more excited to be the newest corporate member of the Goodyear community. And I also want the team from Goodyear, as well as those who are here representing the state of Arizona, to know that we understand our responsibilities as a corporate citizen. We are here to create good-paying jobs. We are here to help foster economic development. We run our business in a very responsible, sustainable fashion. And we also recognize that being a good corporate citizen means you must give back to the communities that you live and work with the goal of making those communities better and stronger for all of its citizens. We've been operating that way for 115 years, and that's the way we're going to show up here in Goodyear in the state of Arizona, and we're very excited about that. So thank you. Now I'd just like to introduce a few of the dignitaries who are here with us today, some of which will have an opportunity to speak later in the program. First of all, from the city of Goodyear, Mayor Georgia Lord. Vice Mayor Wally Campbell. City Manager Julie Arndal. And City Council members Joe Pizzillo, Sherry Lauritano, Bill Stipp, Brandon Hampton, and Lori Kino. We also have members of the economic development staff, including Harry Paxton and Lori Gary. I also want to thank the countless representatives from the city who have supported us all through this project to help us arrive at this very, very important day. In addition, I'd like to recognize some members from the state of Arizona and the Officer of Governor Doug Ducey, representing the Arizona Commerce Authority. A big thanks to Keith Watkins, who's the Senior Vice President of Economic and Rural Development, representing the Arizona Commerce Authority. And then also representatives from the Greater Phoenix Economic Council, including President and CEO Chris Camacho, who will be speaking later today. And finally, I'd like to recognize and thank the team from Maricopa County and the team involved in the Greater Maricopa Foreign Trade Zone for all of their hard work, including Diane McCarthy, who is the chair of the FTZ, and I believe is here this morning. So the final thing I'll say is this was an exhaustive process for us. Looking at many different locations across the western United States, we were able to narrow it down to the greater Phoenix area, and then looking at many different site locations in the greater Phoenix area. And we landed here for some very important reasons. This is a very business-friendly state and a very business-friendly city, and they couldn't have been more supportive, and that said a lot to us. It's an outstanding labor market for us to grow and expand our company. It's got an excellent transportation system. This particular area provides us easy access to the western markets that we will be serving out of these plants. And overall, it's just, it was an ideal location for our vision for this new manufacturing campus. Interestingly enough, it also happens to be a location where a number of our major suppliers have located their businesses, which allows us to create a very tight and integrated supply chain. And I would tell you, in our 115-year history, where we operate some 30 manufacturing and distribution and retail locations across North America and into Europe, this is the first time I can ever remember the opportunity to literally start with a clean sheet of paper and say, how do you design this to be optimal for the products we make and the markets we serve, using modern technologies and all the lessons we've learned over 115 years. And we think this will be transformative to our company. So we could not be more delighted to be here. And now I'd like to introduce the guy who's responsible for making it all happen. He might look a little more stressed to you than I do. And that's the way it's supposed to work. I only get distressed when he's not. But I'd love to introduce our Vice President, General Manager of our Western Operations, one of our absolute most senior and veteran manufacturing leaders, and the right guy for this job, Mr. Jim Moulton.
Well, good morning and welcome. I don't know if I, draw the wrong straw talking in back of the CEO. I usually don't do this, and last night I was practicing my speech, and I thought I should be able to do it without looking down at the paper, but that's not going to happen. So I'm going to tell you that right away. But again, I'm Jim Moulton, Vice President and General Manager of Western Operations, including this great campus at Goodyear. In just over a year, the new manufacturing and distribution facility will be opening its doors, producing and shipping one of our fastest growing products, the 100 series, serving customers in the western United States. The first phase of the development at this site will be approximately 500,000 square feet of manufacturing and distribution space. Construction begins today. And as I say to my team, we will be operational early in 2020. This is a significant investment for the Andersen Corporation. We plan to invest over $100 million in the first phase of this project, with a potential total investment of more than $200 million through additional future expansion. As we complete the first phase of the construction and ramp up of operations, over 5 years, we plan to hire more than 400 people, which includes production employees, engineers, maintenance, and many operational support positions. The 100 series products we will manufacture here are one of our most popular products. Delivering beauty, performance, and value, these products are of high quality, easy to operate, and designed for performance, even in the extreme thermal conditions of Arizona. We will manufacture a full suite of product offerings, from single hung, casement, gliding windows, picture windows, specialty windows, and doors. These products have many options, including extra large sizes, 6 colors, including dark bronze and black, and making the 100 series especially popular in contemporary architecture. The 100 series product is a FiberX material-based product. Andersen developed the first generation of FiberX as a proprietary wood fiber composite. Early in 1994, as a part of our ongoing commitment to environmental stewardship and sustainability in both product development. Since FiberX was first developed, the technology has garnered more than 25 patents. It is a material that's the demand has grown in double-digit rates, with strongest demand being here in the western United States. FiberX is a blend of wood fiber, mostly reclaimed from Andersen manufacturing processes, and thermoplastic polymer, some of which is also reclaimed. It is 2 times as strong as vinyl, performs better when exposed to extreme temperature, available in a wide variety of colors that won't fade, blister, or peel. Today, we produce more than 65 million pounds of FiberX that go into these products, used in lines of our operations in Garland, Texas, 3 locations in Minnesota, Bayport, Cottage Grove, and North Branch. The new campus here in Goodyear will further build out our FiberX manufacturing capacity to ensure our competitive advantage into the future. We're designing a state-of-the-art facility that will, for the first time, integrate a complete FiberX manufacturing process into one location, from compounding and extrusion through assembly and distribution. In designing this plant, we've been focused on value-driven manufacturing, optimizing throughput, reducing wastes, improving lead time, and getting closer to our customers. At this time, I would like to thank some of our development and construction partners who are with us today. These teams have been instrumental in the project. First, the team from Cushman & Wakefield, who partnered with us in finding this location. Next, the team from Opus, our development and construction partners. And Foth, our engineering partners supporting the manufacturing and design of the plant. We also have a number of key suppliers with us here today, including Cardinal Glass, Quanex, Amesbury Truth Ashland, United Pacific Railroad, and Arizona Public Service. Thank you to all of you for your partnership. Six weeks ago, my wife and I pulled up residency in Wisconsin and moved to Arizona. I personally, it was an easy move this time of year, right? It's very easy to do that. But I really wanted everybody to know I'm personally honored to lead this new endeavor and really looking forward to building a world-class team here in Goodyear. I've worked for Andersen for 34 years, and the company is truly a special place to work for its employees. We're committed to attracting, retaining, and engaging talented people who are passionate about our mission. We foster a culture that respects values, the unique strengths and talents of our team. We strive every day to inspire a performance-driven environment. While the products we make and the way we make them have evolved over time, the core values of the company remain strong. Integrity, innovation, excellence, partnership, and corporate citizen serve as the guideposts for the way we run our businesses. We look forward to building our internal expertise and tapping into the robust local workforce of the greater Phoenix area and establishing a world-class manufacturing and distribution operation here in the city of Goodyear. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. We are honored to have a number of our representatives from the local community and the state here to say a few words as well. And first, I'd like to introduce the mayor of the city of Goodyear, Mayor Georgia Lord.
Well, this is a happy day. I see a lot of smiles. I haven't stopped smiling since I heard you were coming to our city. And on behalf of the Goodyear City Council, I'm welcoming you. And I want you to stand up and say welcome. Come on, team. All right. We are thrilled to have Andersen Corporation choose Goodyear for the location of their new advanced manufacturing campus. You know, I sold homes on the East Coast. I worked for a national builder for about 11 years. And in that time frame, we had Andersen windows. So I already knew what a wonderful product, what a quality product. And so I was confident from the beginning when I heard their name. I watched you as you looked at other places. It was difficult. But we held on, and our team is terrific, and so they kept it going. We recognize Andersen's American premier window and door manufacturer with opportunities across the nation. But we believe, Jay Lund, and we certainly hope you do too, that you couldn't have selected a better home for your new campus right here in Goodyear. So let me tell you good news. Goodyear is becoming a hub for advanced manufacturing companies. And why? Well, due to our highly skilled workforce and our excellent transportation assets. We've worked hard to get those. Goodyear is committed to finding ways to adapt our process to make company timelines successful. And we want to provide quality customer service through this development period. And I can guarantee you that our team is excellent. I want to thank all those economic development partners that have helped us bring Andersen Corporation. All right, I want ECDEV to stand. Harry, Laura, come on. Wave your hand, Harry. And I can assure you, all the staff that's connected with Goodyear will be excellent during this process. You'll be talking about them in the future. Thank you to Opus Development for investing in Goodyear and having confidence in our city to invest and develop this property years ago. Their Greater Phoenix Economic Council, which I adore. I worked hard for you on the ambassador program. I believe in you, and you've done such a good job for us. And of course, our outstanding Arizona Commerce Authority for their efforts in the recruitment process. Takes a little work, doesn't it? A little hard to do. We appreciate it. Our existing employers who met with Andersen representatives early on, that helped make them evaluate the workforce. We got a good team here. They come to all of our companies come. They love it. They want to tell our new companies that are coming in. They want to tell them how great it went. And also Westmec for displaying their ability to provide an innovative career and technical education. So, team, thank you. This is your day. This is your day to cheer and look toward the future. I want to thank Andersen Corporation for their investment to our community. Truly, you trusted us. It's very meaningful to us. We greatly appreciate it. We look forward to seeing Andersen grow in Goodyear and appreciate your confidence and commitment. Thank you, Jay Lund, Jim Moulton, and Kevin Sullivan. We are so excited to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we're honored to have Chris Camacho, the President and CEO of the Greater Phoenix Economic Council.
Good morning, Goodyear. Thanks for the opportunity to be here. I want to thank Jay and Jim and the entire Andersen team for making this decision to come to Arizona. I can tell you January announcements are a lot better than July announcements. And on my way over from Mesa this morning, as I was driving along the I-10, I was on a call with Aaron Cohen from the Arizona Coyotes, and he said, "What are you doing this morning?" I said, "Well, I have the pleasure of welcoming Andersen Windows to Goodyear." And he said, "Well, where are they from?" And I said, "Well, they're from Minnesota." And he said, "Well, those Minnesotans, they love their hockey. So anytime you're wanting to come out to go see the Coyotes, he has a suite ready for you. And we'd be love to host you." So, it's certainly a celebration. Andersen is emblematic of the types of companies we want to support and grow, to grow in Greater Phoenix. And Andersen has an incredible history, a storied history that actually dates back before the inception of Arizona as a state. So you're one of the few companies older than our state. And so we just came up on our centennial in 2012. And we couldn't do it without all the partners that were aforementioned already, but I want to certainly give a lot of credit to Governor Ducey and really setting the trajectory of our state, limiting regulation, ensuring that we have a very pro-business environment. Having a city that, it seems like I get to do this a lot with Mayor Lord and Goodyear and with council. They deserve a lot of credit for making this an incredible community. Julie and Lori and Harry with the city of Goodyear, we couldn't have better partners, and we do this a lot. We work with 22 cities. Today, Goodyear's our favorite city, right? And they do such great work, and I can tell you through the entire process they will be a great partner to you going forward. I'd also like to recognize Mitch Allen on our team. He took the first call from Carol Henderson. I see Carol in the back. Somehow Carol came out from Atlanta, I believe, last night, and is here to celebrate with us. Carol's with Cushman & Wakefield, and as she will tell you, there were a number of different locations around the country where this project was being evaluated to be sited. And we go through the due diligence process, and Mitch coordinates that with a number of folks, including Opus, which is recognized, Andy Markham I saw from Cushman as well locally, who did a lot of hard work on this, and a handful of JLL folks as well with Tony and Mark. So this is an incredible opportunity for us to be here to celebrate the type of partnership that, Jim, you and the team will receive here as you go forward. This is not a singular event, and we're certainly excited that we have the opportunity to work with advanced manufacturers like Andersen, supported by APS and other partners that allow us to really build a diverse and inclusive economic strategy for the market. Just a few final points that's happening here in the West Valley. How many of you have walked this dirt within the last 10 years, maybe even 10 years prior? There was virtually nothing out here. And in talking with the team that was building out the strategy 2 years ago, the whole intent was to build a 5-year model for this particular site. And we're almost done in 2 years. There's been 60,000 jobs created in the West Valley in the last 4 years. We're one of the hottest markets in the entire United States for job growth, and we're certainly excited to have Goodyear be at the heart of it. So thank you very much for the opportunity. My partners at the Commerce Authority, who we work with every day, Keith's going to be here to tell you a few more stats about the growth that we're seeing. But this is an exciting time to welcome Andersen to the community, so thank you again.
Thank you. And now we have Keith Watkins, Senior Vice President of Economic and Rural Development for the Arizona Commerce Authority.
Well, thank you very much. I'm with the Commerce Authority. We're the state's economic development arm, and it is a special day for Arizona, the city of Goodyear, and Maricopa County to have a manufacturer with the reputation, the values, and the moral character of Andersen Windows come to our state, and in particular the city of Goodyear. And I just have to say, Mayor Lord today, she's the best mayor in the world. She is a real gem for the entire state, and somebody that we are really thrilled to work with every chance we get. She's assembled just a dynamic, outstanding team here in Goodyear. And Mr. Moulton, they will make your process very smooth and efficient and headache-free. So it's a real honor to be here. The manufacturing footprint here in Arizona represents about 3,100 manufacturers. And I'm really proud that Andersen has selected our state to add to that and be our newest corporate citizen. As Chris and the prior speakers mentioned, it takes a village to get a project like this done. The first step, especially a lot of the brokers know this, you got to get on the list, and then it's staying on the list. And staying on the list is where the rubber meets the road. That's where the hard work comes in. That's where the people in the economic development field, state, regional, city, county level, really jump in, as well as partners in the private sector, with the brokers, JLL, the Cushman, the consultants, the Opus, the developers. It really takes a concerted effort, a respect among our peers, and trust to make projects like this happen. And so thank you all for your commitment to doing such an outstanding job and for making Andersen Windows and Doors the newest corporate citizen in Arizona. So on behalf of Governor Doug Ducey and our CEO Sandra Watson, it's a real honor to have you in our state. Thank you, Mr. Lund.
Thank you. For our final speaker this morning, we have Eliza Clark, the Director of Sustainability and Community for Andersen Corporation.
Thank you, Eliza. Well, I have to say, coming from the state of hockey, I certainly wasn't expecting to be quite this cold this morning. But my heart has never been warmer. So thank you again for taking the time to come and celebrate with us this morning. And more importantly, thank you for the opportunity to join your community. For more than a century, Andersen has been committed to giving back to the communities where we live and work. Our approach is rooted in collaboration. We strive to lead by example, by rolling up our sleeves and digging the dirt, as we are today, but also in reaching across the aisle to other public sector, private sector, and nonprofit leaders to work together to catalyze new and innovative solutions to the toughest challenges facing society today. Our commitment to philanthropy and volunteerism spans many issues and many nonprofit partners. However, as a building product manufacturer, there is no more important nonprofit partner to us than Habitat for Humanity, and no more important issue than affordable housing. Like Habitat, we believe that a safe, decent, affordable home is central to helping individuals and families succeed and forge a pathway out of poverty. We've seen from experience that Habitat homes result in better health outcomes, security, and financial freedom for the individuals and families who have the opportunity to live there. Over 25 years, Andersen has helped to build nearly 1,000 Habitat homes. And in 2018 alone, we contributed 2,500 volunteer hours to building Habitat homes across the country. In addition to contributing our time, in 2018, we contributed more than $750,000 in financial and in-kind donations. And today, I couldn't be more excited to signal to the beginning of a brand new partnership with a donation to Habitat for Humanity Central Arizona of $25,000. Yes, worthy of clapping for sure. Habitat for Humanity Central Arizona is consistently listed in the top 10 Habitat affiliates of the more than 1,600 affiliates across the U.S. Actually, they're in the top 3, I learned this morning. Number 2. Still in the top 3, but we'll say the top 2. So we couldn't be more excited. We know this is going to be the beginning of a beautiful partnership. And it really is meant to signal not just the beginning of a partnership with Habitat, but with each of you. So at this time, I'd like to invite Jason Barlow, who's the President and Chief Executive Officer of Habitat for Humanity Central Arizona, to join us on stage for a photo to commemorate this important occasion.
Thanks everyone for joining us this morning. We're now going to do a ceremonial groundbreaking. So I'll ask our speakers to come over to our dirt pile for a shovels in. So thank you so much.